Knitting and sewing since she was a kid, it was only natural for Barb Catani to open a yarn store. Yarns by Design offers shoppers a variety of yarns and supplies. You can learn more about Barb and the store in this month's issue of Women magazine. I have a copy of it right here, and I read the story too. Barb is here. Tell us about her shop and some of her creations. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a nice little article about you in Women magazine.
I'm very pleased, very flattered.
And we met each other
about 8 years ago, yeah.
Yep, at your shop in Neenah. You've since moved to downtown, is that right?
Right. We're right downtown, heart of Neenah, so it's a great place for people walking by to the other stores to stop in and get their questions answered about knitting.
What is it about knitting that gets people going to make their own stuff?
I think they talked about it in the article. One of the gals that they interviewed was a teacher who started out learning knitting in the store 3-4 years ago and is now teaching to beginning knitters. And she says when she goes home at night, and she can sit down and knit, everything else just kind of disappears, and she focuses on her knitting, and it's
relaxing. It's that creative process that people really get into. Now, when I started knitting, I could only make a scarf. Years later, I can still only make a scarf. But you say these guys, these darling little dolls, are really the next step?
These are your next step. These are knitted flat, just like your scarves, so you're knitting back and forth.
These are cuckoo dolls?
These are called cuckoo dolls, and then you're going to sew up the back, stuff them, and throw them in the washing machine to shrink them so that they come out. They're felted, so they're going to come out.
I know you have one that's kind of in the process to give people an idea.
She doesn't have her arms on her yet.
Okay,
but yes.
So this is basically like 1, 2, 3 different scarves kind of sewn together.
Well, actually all knit together. You're just going to start here, and then when you get to these are her legs. Her skirt comes right around here, and this is her sweater. So we had to change colors to knit her sweater.
Okay.
Then we changed colors to make her head.
And then you'll add her arms later.
You'll add her arms. Her arms are at home.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you've ever mistakenly shrunk a wool sweater, you've felted. Yeah. So that's what you do, is you throw the doll then into the
washing machine, hot water, and it's going to shrink down.
Look at how darling these are. I don't know if you can get it kind of a close look.
They're all different personalities. Everybody's a little different. And they are designed for crocheters as well as knitters. So some of the patterns are designed to crochet first and then be felted.
And do you have classes so people can learn how to do this?
Yep. These come as kits. So the instructions, the yarn, everything's available in the kit. But we will be offering classes on how to do these after the first of the year. We've had so many people pick them up and say, oh, but I'm not sure I know how to do this. As soon as we hear that, we think, boy, we need to offer a class in that, and that'll be something that people can go.
You could also make Sam the Lamb or the Sock
This is
Monkeys.
Mr. Ben, the Sock Monkey, yes. He'll also be a class this year. Mr. Ben comes in a couple of different sizes. It just depends on what size yarn you use. It's as easy as knitting tubes, and if you know how to knit socks, you can make Mr. Ben.
So they're going to have a list of their classes that start after the holidays on their website. We'll put a link to that website on ours, fox11online.com. Just click on Good Day Wisconsin after the show today. But if people want to get started on maybe some holiday gift ideas, can they stop in and ask questions? Does that bother you?
No, we love the classes, or the questions. We get questions, and we've even set up a beginning knitting class for a group of ladies that wandered in on their lunch hour and said, we've always wanted to learn to knit. And we said, if you can find 3 or more people, we'll set up a class for you. And we've cleared our schedule, and they're starting, I think, tonight with beginning knitting, a group of gals that work together, and thought it'd be fun to learn to knit together, too.
And then you'll get hooked. If you do it, you'll get hooked. Barb, thank you so much for stopping by. Yarns by Design is downtown Neenah. Right. All right. Thank you so much, and happy holidays.
Thank you. You too.
I love Sam the Lamb. Isn't he so cute? Let's check in with Pete. He's outside on our weather deck. Pete's almost as cute as Sam the Lamb. See for yourself.
Well, I don't know if I'm that cute, you know.
I mean, with your ear muffs on, you're getting closer.
Well, thanks. And the flurries in the air. The flurries are here on the weather deck. So
you need a wool coat on a day like today.
Yeah, you really do. You really do. It's cold.